I'm Nicole May, co-director of the Center for Health Innovation at UC San Diego Health, and for the past year, program director for CA Notify at UC San Diego Health. We are pleased to host the symposium today with our partners at the California Department of Public Health. Our plan for today is to share with a broad audience what we've learned from implementing and operating the largest exposure notification system in the United States. In the process, we hope to answer your questions and pose a few of our own. To that end, we encourage you to use the Q&A function in Zoom to ask questions of our panelists at any time during the symposium. Over the next 2.5 hours, you will hear from a phenomenal array of speakers. Please visit the symposium website to learn more about their background and credentials. We have a lot of ground to cover. We're glad you're here. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Tomas Aragon, Director of the California Department of Public Health and State Public Health Officer.
Thanks, Nicole, for the introduction. I want to welcome everyone to the first symposium about CA Notify Exposure Notification. COVID-19 public health response in California needed a rapid response and expanded capacity to reach the state's goal of containing COVID-19. When I was the health officer in San Francisco, I was contacted whether San Francisco was interested in working on CA Notify along with UCSF. I immediately said yes. It was about a year ago that CA Notify was pilot tested at UC San Diego and UC San Francisco campuses, then rolled out to other UCs. The application was deployed at the state level in December 2020. I started at CDPH in January 2021, and for me, innovation and impact is why I came to the state. In the next 2.5 hours, we will hear from outstanding speakers and thinkers in the field of exposure notification and digital health. We will learn about how this novel technology has evolved, how it is doing, and where we think it might be heading. I'd like to thank all of our partners, including the University of California campuses, the California Department of Technology, and Apple and Google that helped create and implement CA Notify and to continue to support these efforts. I also want to send my special thanks to the UC-CDPH partnership for the many aspects of this COVID-19 response. Now, I'd like to welcome Dr. Khosla, who is the Chancellor of the University of California at San Diego.
Thank you, Dr. Aragon. Good morning and welcome, everybody. UC San Diego is proud to partner with the California Department of Public Health and the California Department of Technology to enable the adoption and use of CA Notify exposure notification system. UC San Diego was pleased to be the first pilot site of the Apple Google exposure notification system in the fall of 2020. Both the pilot and the broader activation were integral parts of our multi-layered return to learn strategy, which, by the way, was award-winning at the national level. And this strategy included viral detection, intervention, and mitigation. So the activation of this technology enhanced intervention, not just on our campus, but also across the county and the state. And we know digital contact tracing via CA Notify combined with frequent testing contributed to the low COVID-19 rates on our campus. So thank you for joining us to learn more about the efficacy of CA Notify in California. And now I welcome the State of California's Chief Information Officer and the Director of California Department of Technology, Amy Tong. It's yours, Amy.
Thank you, Chancellor Khosla. Thank you so much for your remarks. We really appreciate the opportunity to partner with UC San Diego and CDPH on this important project. In fact, UC pilot was critical before the state launch and help us better understand how this new technology would work. To quickly and effectively implement the public health projects during the pandemic requires a lot of coordination. California Department of Technology, on behalf of the administration, appreciate working with the California Department of Public Health and Dr. Aragon in your prior role with UC San Francisco, obviously UC San Diego here, the governor's office, legislators, the tech companies, and many other stakeholders. Working together, we were able to quickly and successfully add CA Notify to California's COVID response toolbox. There has been so many individuals and organizations who has contributed to this program from day one. We will see many of their names during the break, but I like to take a moment to recognize just a few. Michael Welkening from the governor's office was instrumental in getting the project off the ground. Carolyn Nordstrom, who led the effort on behalf of the California Department of Technology, was our Super Tuber project director until Nicole May joined, representing UC San Diego. And Dr. Ken Cutler coordinated early work for the Department of Public Health. We want to thank each of them for doing the heavy lift in implementing CA Notify. A special recognition to Dr. Chris Longhurst of UC San Diego, who was not only the early adopter in this, but has been the champion even when the idea was formed early on, along with me and Michael. Oh man, so many calls, Chris. And thank you, Chris, for your leadership in this.